with Canada. We are leaving. We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people. Come on, wife. We want privacy.
After leaving Canada, because the public attention was too much for them, the Prince of Canada and his wife decide to settle down and live normal private lives in the quiet town of Southpark.
Can we rally him up here and finally have our own privacy? My love, I will do anything for your privacy.
But as much as they say they want privacy, they do nothing but deliberately draw attention and disrupt the neighbourhood, which is unfortunate for Kyle as they moved in right across the street from him.
Hey, can you two keep it down?
Hey, you ever heard of a thing called privacy?
The disturbance from his new royal neighbours prevents Kyle from hanging out with his friends, upsetting their friendship. This causes Kyle to seek help in changing his personal brand to become more likeable.
People are gonna love this. Kyle. He's thick-skinned, super cool, nothing bothers him. Victim.
This is a recap of Southpark, the worldwide privacy tour.
Hello?
This episode begins with Kyle's younger brother Ike, watching news coverage of the Canadian Queen's death while crying at the computer. Kyle attempts to pry him away, but Ike throws a tantrum, preventing Kyle from playing Darktide with his friends.
No! Ike, me and my friends are playing Darktide right now. Get off! Fuck you, Kyle!
At school the following morning, Kyle's friends are disappointed he didn't play Darktide with them last night, as they waited around for him. Kyle tells them about Ike being upset about the Queen's death and the royal family, but his friends don't seem to care. They say they played anyway and made heaps of progress without him.
We said we'd all level up together.
Well, yeah, we're all like level 12 now. We got some sweet drip, dude.
Their friend Token played with them as well, and compliments them on their in-game skins, making Kyle feel even more left out. Butters watched the entire interaction between Kyle and his friends, and offers to help him with his brand. Butters explains to Kyle that he needs to put a label on himself, and act in a way that'll appeal to the people he wants to befriend. Butters then says that the way he used to be didn't make him many friends, so his parents sent him to brand management to change up his persona. They both arrive at a company called Cumhammer, where Butters tells the employee named Mr. Davis about the success of his new brand.
What are you doing there, Butters? How's the brand going?
Great! I made 2 new friends and a girl asked me to help her with her homework.
He then asks if he can help Kyle with his brand too, and so they both follow Mr. Davis and set up Kyle's new brand. Over in Toronto, a talk show host sits down with the Prince of Canada and his wife, the pair clearly representing Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
You've lived a life with the royal family, you've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Where?
They claim that being part of the royal family has been really hard, especially with all the attention they're getting.
We just want to be normal people, all this attention is so hard.
But then the host makes a fair point about how Meghan has her own TV show, hangs out with celebrities, and does fashion magazines. The prince gets annoyed and asks what he's getting at.
Well, I just think some people might say that your Instagram-loving bitch wife actually doesn't want her privacy.
This response angers the prince, as he claims his Instagram-loving bitch wife has always wanted her privacy. They both storm off the show and decide to leave Canada, in search of a new home where they can live normal, private lives. The pair travel all around the world, causing disruption and making themselves the center of attention, before finally arriving in Southpark.
Can we rally him up here and finally have our own privacy? My love, I will do anything for your privacy.
Back at Cumhammer, Kyle is shown a variety of appealing brands that he can choose from, all ending with the personality type of a victim. When Kyle says that none of these brands are really him, Mr. Davis replies,
Okay, well remember there, Kyle, it's not so much about who you are as much as it is about what people are attracted to.
Kyle's unsure about pretending to be something he's not, but Butters assures him it'll work. In a peaceful Southpark neighborhood, Harry and Meghan are just touching down in their private jet. They begin moving into the house that they've just bought, while Harry loudly yells at the movers to be careful with their things. As he starts loudly playing his drums on the sidewalk, Kyle steps outside, wondering what all the noise is, only for Harry to scream,
What are you looking at? You ever heard of privacy?
At school the next day, Kyle once again apologizes to his friends for missing another game with them, his excuse once again involving the royal family. They aren't too bothered, but seem to be tired of hearing Kyle's excuses.
Okay, well, we gotta get to class.
Kyle stays up late studying his Cumhammer workbook while watching a tutorial on brand management, but he's rudely interrupted by his new neighbors across the street who have decided to light fireworks.
Respect our privacy!
Leave us alone! Leave us alone!
Harry then starts playing polo on the front lawn, smashing a ball into Kyle's bedroom window.
Hey, can you two keep it down?
Kyle tells him to keep the noise down, saying nobody even cares about them, but Harry and Meghan don't listen. During lunch in the school cafeteria, Kyle complains about the royals for a third time. His friends have finally had enough, And so on behalf of the friend group, Stan tells Kyle,
Look, Kyle, we just kind of don't care about some dumb prince and his stupid wife.
he promises not to mention the royals again, but moments later he tries to say one more thing, causing his friends to pack up and leave.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry!
He heads back to Cumhammer for more advice, saying he's having trouble acting the way his brand says he should.
But I just don't feel like my brand is who I really am on the inside.
Mr. Davis tells him who he is on the inside doesn't matter, it's what people see that counts. Kyle lists a bunch of things he wants his friends to think about him, and he is presented with his new brand.
People are gonna love this. Kyle, he's a thick-skinned, super cool, nothing bothers him. Victim.
As Kyle walks back home, he's shocked to find his house plastered with magazine covers, all featuring photos of the prince's wife. The two royals watch Kyle through their window, hoping for a reaction, but are upset when Kyle acts like he isn't bothered.
He victimized me. It's because I'm an ethnic woman. He can't do that. I'll say, wait, you're ethnic?
Angry at Kyle's disinterest in them, Harry goes up to his window and rubs his blue frostbitten penis on the glass, the reason for the frostbite being a reference to Prince Harry's trip to the North Pole, where he got mild frostbite on his penis. Prince Harry sadly returns to his wife at their house and comforts her while she cries.
He's not gonna get away with this.
The following day, Kyle walks into school with a new style, a new walk, and a different attitude.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
He acts like he's carefree, and he asks if his friends want to play Darktide after school, not worried if they can't. His friends say it's fine, and Jimmy even compliments him on his new attitude. Kyle says his new attitude is because of Butters, and when he asks Jimmy if he's seen Butters, Jimmy says,
Oh, sure. He's out on the playground getting the shit beat out of him by Bebe.
What?
Over in the playground, we see Bebe beating the absolute crap out of Butters. Kyle breaks them up, and Bebe explains that she was minding her own business when Butters started insulting her. If you guys know Butters, he's usually a shy, sweet, well-mannered kid, except for that one time he became a pimp. So this is well out of his character. Kyle saves Butters from Bebe and takes him back to Cumhammer. At Cumhammer, Harry and Meghan are also seeking brand advice.
Oh yeah, is this you? Sorority girl, actress, influencer, victim.
Mr. Davis brings up Harry's profile as well, which he confirms with the prince.
You must be the royal prince, millionaire, world traveler, victim.
Kyle and Butters walk through the front door and demand to see Mr. Davis. The royals notice him and they begin to argue.
You just can't leave us alone, can you? Oh my god, he's so obsessed with us.
Kyle says the entire brand system is messed up and that they should all just be themselves instead of performing for everyone.
Don't you guys want people to like you for you instead of who they want you to be?
He explains that it's better to show yourself as you are, faults and all, because imperfection is what makes us human. Prince Harry agrees, but after every statement he makes, Meghan just stares blankly, clearly not agreeing with him, as she relies on pretending and being fake to get what she wants.
No more magazines and Netflix shows. We really can live a normal life.
Harry continues, saying that they can both go on being the people that they talked about being, not worrying about how they look or the image that they project.
What matters is what we have on the inside. Hello?
Everybody leaves Cumhammer, including Harry, but when he gets to the door, he sees that Meghan hasn't even moved. Clearly she wants to go on living the life of stardom, drama, and pretending. Harry is disappointed and leaves by himself. Back at Kyle's house, Ike is on the computer again, preventing Kyle from playing Darktide with his friends.
Ike, I have to get on with my friends. If I don't, they're gonna think I'm...
He suddenly realizes that he's only doing this to please his friends, and so he tells Ike it's okay to be upset and heads downstairs. There's a knock at the door, and it's all his friends.
You seem to be going through a lot lately.
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
They all agree that Kyle's been stressed out lately, so they invite him to go outside and play. They all happily go outside and play basketball together, and when Prince Harry comes over and asks to play, they say he can join in too. He instead plays his drums, and the friends continue playing until the credits roll.